Hey everybody, I'm back with, I guess, we'll call this part 2 of this vinyl update. It was going to be ridiculously long, so I figured I'd split it in two. And here's some of the other stuff I found. Oh, before I go on, I just want to say hi and thanks to Keith, known as Projector4, for mentioning me in his video. And yeah, always love seeing his stuff. Some guy's got a great collection, so if you haven't checked out his some of his videos, you should check it out because he has some just amazing records, really good stuff. So yeah, I'll continue with the update. Got a couple here. Robin Trower, Bridges of Sighs, and his Twice Removed from Yesterday. And he was a guitar player in Procol Harum. And yeah, these are kind of like blues rock, kind of early, I guess it'd be early 70s, bluesy rock stuff. Pretty good. Like, I've only listened to them once, but yeah, they're pretty good albums. I like those. Next I've got got one from let's see here. I'll get that sticker off later. Get the Knack. So it's got, My Sharona. Kind of cool to have. Who doesn't love to have My Sharona on vinyl? It's just fun. Got that one for $1, so hey, can't go wrong. Picked this one up just because I was curious to listen to it, and it was only $1, so not really a fan, but we'll see once I've listened to it. Indigo Girls. I believe it's their first album. I figure that's worth checking out, and worth picking up anyways. And if it's not my thing, I'm sure I'll come across somebody who's looking for it. Next one, Jane Siberry, The Walking. This wasn't one I was really familiar with. I just figured I'd pick it up and check it out. And it's okay. Again, probably not something that I listen to much myself, but I've only listened to the first couple songs, so maybe as I get further into the record, there'll be some stuff that appeals to me a little more. Next one I got, Canadian prog rock Saga. So this is kind of cool. I've only listened to the first little bit. It's got the original insert and everything. So I'll just pull it out of there, see it a little better. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to actually sitting and listening to the whole record. Next one. This one's a little more obscure. Simon Cain. Some old Canadian rock from the 60s. I believe Simon Cain was the singer, and I guess this is like the Simon Cain band. And yeah, I have to clean this one up a little bit. It's kind of dirty, but I've listened to a little bit of it, and it's not bad stuff. I'm going to clean it up and give it a good listen. But it doesn't seem to be overly scratched, just a bit dirty. So get that cleaned up and give it a proper listen later. Next we've got, I think I picked, and that it was like 50 cents too, so can't go wrong. The next one, The Senate, and it's them doing the best of the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Yeah, so it's kind of like instrumental versions, and then they've got like the brass going. Not bad. It's just something different. It's kind of interesting to hear these different instrumental versions of those songs. I haven't listened to the Rolling Stone side yet, just the Beatles side so far. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear the Rolling Stone side now. And here's another one. Can't believe I got this for 50 cents. Unfortunately, it's scratched, but side A plays well. Yeah, so Pink Floyd Metal. Yeah, I was so disappointed when I got 3/4 of the way through Echoes and it started skipping. But I already had a copy of this, but my other copy's not in the best shape either. I was hoping this one would maybe be a little better, but oh well. And I know if you want to get a good copy of Floyd, if you go into the shops, they charge an arm and a leg for them. But yeah, I was still happy to find it. Even an imperfect copy of that is still pretty cool to find. Next we got some 80s stuff, early 80s. Spandau Ballet, Diamond. This is okay for what it is, but not really my thing, but it's not a bad record. And the next one is another 80s one, but these guys I really like, actually. The more I hear, I mean, it seems to be the earlier records from them, but Ultravox, Vienna. I think what appeals to me is they remind me a lot of Kraftwerk, who I really like. And there's a lot of similarities between them and Kraftwerk, and yeah, I like these records. I have another one of their early records, and yeah, I find it's some really good stuff. Ultravox. So I was really happy to find that. Next, I picked up some Isaac Hayes records. I haven't had a chance to listen to any of these yet. But we got Black Moses, Chocolate Chip, and To Be Continued. So we'll see what that's like. I'm kind of curious. I know I really like some of the stuff on the Shaft soundtrack. That's an album. I mean, even if you're not a big fan of Isaac Hayes, you hear some of the instrumental stuff on that, and some of that stuff's really great. So I figured I'd pick those up, and we'll see. I'll give them a listen, and maybe they won't be my thing. Next, we've got, I believe these guys are from Quebec, Manège Composite. And this is really good. It's kind of, you know, there's jazz, there's a bit of progressive rock, they're jamming out, and yeah, I've only listened to side one, but it was really cool stuff, really good band, and I guess I've just heard a lot of that, those Quebec instrumental groups, and when it comes to musicianship, a lot of those guys, you know, you can't touch them, they're just great players, and yeah, this is a really cool album. I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of it. Next one. And, you know, 50 Cent record too, and it's really quite good. There's another 50 Cent one. This one's, I don't like this as much, but I haven't listened to side 2 yet on this one either, so. Mongo Santa Maria, Stone Soul. Doing some kind of jazzy stuff with some of the kind of Latin drumming in it. It's okay, but not really my thing. Here's another kind of jazzy one. First Cousins Jazz Ensemble, For the Cause of Jazz. I've only listened to the beginning of this, but it sounded pretty cool, so I'm curious to listen to the rest of it and see what it's like. Next we got another jazzy record. Let me just get it out of the plastic here. Weather Report. It's Heavy Weather. Haven't listened to this one yet, so we'll see. I'll throw it on and give it a listen, and you know, another $1 record, so should be pretty cool. Oh, next I got Another George Winston solo piano one. This is the Winter into Spring album on Windham Hill. I really like I believe it's called Autumn. There's some really nice piano playing on that one. And, of course, it's in just great condition. It's got the sleeve, and it's even got, if I can find it in here, original booklet that had if you wanted to sign up to be part of their, basically their mailing list or their fan club for the label. So that's really cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to this one. And just a couple left here. Some CBC classical music. Christina Petrowska, piano, some solo piano stuff. There's some really good stuff on this. Yeah, I enjoyed this one, and yeah, definitely very happy to have picked this album up. Next one, another CBC classical. We've got Hugh McLean, the organist with the CBC Chamber Orchestra, conducted by John Avison. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to listening to this. Haven't even had a chance to listen to it yet, so it seems to be in really nice condition. And last thing I picked up is actually Richard Wagner, and it's Gotterdammerung, so some really it's the whole thing too. Got the booklet. It's on, I think, 3 or 4 records, maybe more. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records. And yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing this on and giving it a listen. I couldn't say no. I picked it up on half price day, so it was only $3. And of course, with a lot of classical, when you find it, just pretty much mint condition. So yeah, that was the last of the new stuff. So I probably should start making a few more videos than I have been, and kind of show off some of the collection that I had before I started doing these videos. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing maybe I should show off all my German stuff at some point. Maybe Tangerine Dream, Kraftwerk, Klaus Schulze, Can, some of those bands. But we'll see. If I can find the time, I'll make some videos. So I'll see everybody later. Bye.